good afternoon. How are you?
Good. All right, you came in and sold me something before, didn't you?
I did, as a matter of fact. The World War II Morse code machine.
Oh, okay. What do you got for me this time?
Well, I think what I have here is a 1836 artillery foot soldier's sword.
Okay. I wouldn't clean my toenails with this.
I came down here today to sell my 1836 artillery soldier sword. I actually got it at a garage sale. Paid $75 for it. And as close as I could find, the value of it, somewhere around $600, $700, $800.
So why do you think it's from 1836?
Well, it says 1836 on it.
Okay. Yeah, damn, it does. To have something from the 1830s, U.S. military is really cool because it was a really, really small military. We're not at war with anybody. States have their militias. We didn't really need a large army. When people think of swords from the 1830s, they think of really elaborately engraved curved blades from the cavalry. But those were mostly for officers and usually only on the parade ground. This sword was for the enlisted man. So what do you want to do with it?
Well, what I'd like to do is sell this to you.
Okay. If this is from the 1830s, it could be really rare. But they use these in the military from like the 1830s all the way up to like the 1880s. I mean, this is my problem. I don't know if this 1836 is the model number, or I don't know if this was the year it was made, or I don't know if someone put that 1836 there. Our army in the 1830s numbered only in the thousands. Go forward less than 30 years to the Civil War, and you're talking millions of soldiers. So the date is going to tell me how rare it is, and that's a huge part of the value. I got a good idea of the price, but I have to make sure it is what I think it is. So let me call someone, get them down here, have them look at this thing. If everything checks out, we can do business.
Great. I'm glad to see the expert come in because it'll give all of us an opportunity to know whether or not this is really authentic.
How you doing?
Mark, how's it going?
Doing all right. The guys normally call me down when they've got an historical artifact that they want a little bit more information on. So what do we have?
We have an artillery sword and a scabbard.
Well, it's a nice find, I can tell you that. It is a foot artillery sword. It wasn't a particularly good sword in battle. What most of these were used for was to clear brush when you were moving artillery pieces around. In 1836, we were a very small country. We hadn't yet gone from one coast to the other. We didn't issue a lot of swords, guns, or anything because we didn't need to. So what are your concerns?
I know they had these things for years, but I want you to give me a date on it.
The nice thing here is that this is the original type of scabbard. The buckle is an 1836 buckle. You can just barely make out right under the date, there's a JM, and that's the inspector's mark.
Okay.
That's the inspector that the military had who was checking each one of these. The date on it, 1836, is the manufacture date. This is all correct, even though the condition is terrible, unfortunately. But this is a complete setup.
Excellent. Good for me. Thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate that.
You're the best, man.
All righty.
I was very relieved to find out that it was real. It just means more money in my pocket.
All right, now that I know it's from 1836, they're going for like $700, $800. Let me give you $400 for it.
I think for $400, I'd probably put it up on the mantle. How about $600?
We got some condition issues. How about $450?
It's pretty rare. I'd feel a lot better about $500.
All right, $500.
$500 it is, thank you. Well, we did end up on $500, and at the end of the day, I think it was fair on both people's part.